Yo, back one more time again. Second topic. You got me, Beans.
Infa.
Kaylee Kay.
You know the vibes.
Yeah, it's me filming Deluxe, yeah.
Yeah. This episode is literally just about role models. What positive role models that are out there, and the way they may be portrayed by the media, whether negative or positive.
Do you know the tune by J. Cole called No Role Models?
Yeah,
heard it.
I know that one.
Love that tune.
Bad.
It's basically talking about that there's no role models and the ones that we do have to look up to are not.
Role models.
Yeah, so like he names reality TV stars, for example, and he says that, young girls worship them, but really and truly, they're not the women that you should be aspiring to. And I find that quite interesting. I like J. Cole.
That's dope.
Anyway, sorry. He could be, actually, he's a role model for me. I like his vibe. He's quite conscious. I like his music. I like the fact that I like that he's low key. A role model, somebody that you look up to, somebody that inspires you.
Okay, so does that mean that we can have? Are there enough positive role models?
I think it all depends on what you choose to consume. So, for example, on Instagram, I follow certain pages that where all I see is twerking and jewels and cars and bags and stuff.
Mute. No, that's what I would do.
Oh, right. Yeah, exactly.
That's
right.
me. So, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and then I started to think to myself, I don't like this. This is not what I want to do. This is not what I want to be. So I kind of had to regulate what I'm consuming. So now I follow different pages that are a bit more conscious and stuff.
Shit.
Right. So I think it depends on, I think there is a lot out there, but you just need to, if you seek, you shall find, you know what I mean? So for me, it was about doing a bit of research and getting rid of some of them pages that really weren't serving me. So I think there are, but you just have to know where to find them.
Okay.
100%.
What are the ones in the UK?
Role models? Personally, or just in general?
In general. Like, who
In
do
general.
you think is a good...
We were talking about this off camera, and I do agree with you. Even though I can't stand football, and I was talking about this with a colleague as well. I think Marcus Rashford and Raheem Sterling are two excellent young black males that are doing a lot in their industry. And I love that, because I think, me personally, I just think certain footballers are just a waste of space. You're overpaid. You don't do nothing apart from kick a ball.
Whoa, let's rein it
I know
in.
it sounds harsh, but do you know what I mean? Whereas them, they're actually doing stuff. And there's others that do stuff behind the scenes.
There's a whole heap of footballers that do a lot.
But there's a whole heap that do nothing.
Well, do you know the problem? You see, when people talk, because we're on the subject of football now, this is my area of expertise.
Go on.
Now, you see, when we talk about footballers, people are only talking about the top 1%. There's so many footballers, basically.
That are doing stuff underground.
No, I'm saying there's so many footballers that are out there, but you're only focusing on that top 1%, the guys that are maybe only in the Premiership. And sometimes they might not even be the ones that are doing the most.
Who are publicised the most, though.
Do you understand? You've got people
so that's what we're consuming, because that's what we're fed.
But that doesn't mean that we should eat it.
Absolutely, that's what I'm saying. It's what you want to consume.
You've
But
got
from
people
what I
like
see,
Troy Deeney that earns money off of this whole black movement or whatnot, and he donates the money back into the communities. Basically,
that's amazing. We need to praise that.
We don't know that, so it makes it look like that's another young black man as a footballer that ain't doing shit.
I'm not just talking about the black ones, by the way. I'm talking about as a whole.
Yes, of course. What my thing is this: at the end of the day, players like Raheem Sterling and Rashford, they've obviously built themselves as a brand. You know what I'm saying?
As you have to.
As you have to. Like, when you're in the limelight kind of thing, you have to literally look at yourself as a brand. And what it is now is that there's so much youngsters that are looking at them that they can't even afford to put a foot wrong. Because when they do, the media will kill them. You get it?
Build you up to tear you down.
They'll build you up to tear you down. And
do they even build up these young men? Because I haven't seen anything really.
They don't build. Let me say something. If you see, unfortunately, I'll say it like this. If you see a young black or African American, whatever, basically, football player at the height of his game, trust me, his talent speaks for itself.
100.
It's all talent.
Mm-hmm.
If you see others basically at the height of their game, now we start talking about the different aspects of what makes a great individual that they can't tear down.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So somebody like Raheem Sterling, he's actually formed a nuclear family. You get it?
Mm-hmm.
He's got his, but the media will tell us that he's this young footballer that spends crazy money. He's crazy. He does what he wants basically. He's got a gun tattoo on his on his leg basically. Like, who cares about all that stuff? You know what I'm saying, like, the man is a family man. It's out there that he's some mad womanizer. You know what I'm saying? And the man is a family man. Let the guy live. There's other footballers that do way worse.
We know this.
You understand? But the media will want to tear down the man so that the ones coming up under him don't have the positive role model. You understand? Because the more positive role models that we have for ourselves, basically, the more people can aspire to and the more hope there is.
Absolutely.
What I will say about this, so you do know Marcus Rashford, he's managed by Rock Nation now. You know that?
Yeah,
Right.
I've seen that.
So that, to me, has played a big part in his branding of his... Because if you notice, and it's not a bad thing at all.
Yeah, I get you.
It's not a bad thing. It's absolutely great that you have Rock Nation. They're catering to people that look like them.
Yes.
Yeah, and building them as brands.
Yes.
Do you see what I'm saying? So for me, that's what I want to see more of from us. I want to see British people. Do you see what I'm saying? So if that's what I want to see more of. But yeah.
Agree, man, because it just gives people motivation, inspiration, especially at a time where, there's loads of people. I'm not really sure the percentage, but in terms of probably single parent families, that's a big issue when kids don't have a father figure in their life, but they can go to, especially a footballer as well, because that's the most popular sport in the country. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like footballers definitely hold an important role. And musicians as well. I mean, musicians and rappers just go by percentages. Like, they definitely, I feel they got to do better. Yeah. Not that they're not doing good. Yeah. But you also find some rappers, they don't want that responsibility. So they'll say, like, I'm not a role model though.
Yeah. But
so they can say that, of course, because everyone comes up on their own way. But like, if you guys keep wanting to see change, you're definitely going to help orchestrate that
100.
if you accept it.
Because you're in a position to do so. Use your platform for positive.
In saying that, sorry to cut you off. In saying that, do you not think that sometimes, people just want to live their lives as they live it, as it is, and they don't want to be looked, because having been a role model also comes with pressure.
Okay.
100.
Okay, so this is what I will say. Anytime, whether you want to be a role model or not, anytime you are famous for doing something, I'm not gonna say like, sport or a TV personality. Yeah. Automatically, you're gonna be a role model, because you know how powerful is the power of influences. I mean, we all may have had that moment where we've seen somebody on TV or seen somebody do something, and we're like, I want to be that. We've all had various moments in our lives. When we were younger, okay, I want to be that. That's the power of influence. Yeah. What comes, and I think what needs to be taught to people. I'm not going to say black people, just people in general. When you are in certain positions, you automatically are looked at as a role model because people are watching you. You see what I'm saying? So when that comes, it comes with the territory. So you automatically, even though you may not want it,
you have to be aware.
You have to be aware. It comes with that.
100.
So that's why it's like, that's what the limelight's for.
It's like being a boxing, so you don't want to get hit. You're not supposed to get hit, but you have to anticipate that.
But
that's gonna come, or I don't know. I want to be a footballer, but I don't want to. I don't know. I don't know, like,
So
I
let
can't
me
even
ask you
think
a
of an
question,
example,
yeah?
but
So let's just say you are a footballer, yeah, and you don't want to get married, and you just want to date girls. What's wrong with that?
no, you can do that.
But then the media will make it out like that's not what you're supposed to be doing.
But that's just how you go about doing it, though.
You can do what you want, because you can still say no. I ain't doing that.
But it's your life.
But-
Who's to say? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Of
you
course,
know,
of
but
course.
you can still do no matter what. But at the end of the day, when you provide a service, because when you're a footballer, you're an entertainer.
Especially
Basically,
nowadays.
you're not
an
working
individual brand.
you're not working a job. You're not working a job. Like, when you clock out, no one doesn't care. You're an entertainer.
24
and
hours
your
a
job
day, yep. After
is
training,
to
yep.
play football and win, but you're getting fans to come to the game. So now you have fans. So when you have fans, I feel like you're kind of obligated to be a role
100%.
model, because you have fans. Because those people who are famous, those fans are gonna contribute to that person's success. There are footballers that just work and go home.
Yeah,
But if they didn't
100%.
have fans, then they're not coming in those seats. And if those fans ain't come to that seats, it's gonna be a reflection of your paycheck. So I don't
100%.
think footballers are overpaid. They just get the percentage of what the top people
Okay, so
are getting. That's how footballers get paid. They don't get paid the money they get because they play football.
they're
just getting a percentage
of the business.
And
Of what the business generates.
and the business is the fans.
That's
So
right.
they have to accept that. You don't have. Of course, you're not going to be the clean cut role model like LeBron James, where he's put himself out there as the clean cut role
Trust me.
model. But at the same time, you can't just be oblivious to that. You know, if your fans are not going to copy or take in what you do. Like, should you be on Instagram Live smoking, or like, do you get what I'm trying to say?
So then what about when we talk about like off camera, what we're talking about with the Cardi B situation now? Like, is it role model-esque of somebody to be twerking this, twerking that, showing all of this, showing? Is that
what's different from Cardi is that she started off like that. So she started
She was a
off
stripper,
doing
wasn't
that,
she? Yeah.
and then she's done her rap, but her rap was still relating to
Fall
what
in
her
line,
background
yeah.
was, and she still carried it on. It's not as if like she wasn't doing that, then made it and then reverted back. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So she's so you with Cardi B, you know what you get.
But
So
a lot of footballers like date girls and do all that before they make it. And a lot of people are into whatever they're into before they make it.
but they don't have fans then. She had
Of
fans.
course they do, because even going through youth teams or whatnot, like there are fans that come to the game.
Do you know what? There's different levels of fans. You've got the fans that are really into the
There's
infrastructure.
fans and there's groupies.
Yeah, there's
Exactly.
fans and
Do you
there's
see what I'm
like,
saying?
there's
Like,
like,
yeah.
yeah,
But
there's-
don't. Okay, so my point is this: do you think, or would you see Cardi B as a role model?
For me personally, no.
Why?
I don't, because I don't like what she stands for. I don't
Thank
want
you
to be
very
that.
much. Basically, so you've
As a black,
So my whole
is she black? I don't know.
so my-
That's another topic. But
Joe,
like,
hey, listen, I got roasted on Instagram for that. You know?
I don't
talking
know.
about she's not black. That's a whole other story.
Yeah.
My point is this:
as a female, shall we say, it's just not what I aspire to be.
that's by your standard.
Yeah, but it's a personal
100%.
choice.
Do you
of
get what I'm
course,
saying?
yeah.
So it's just the media also has a standard basically that they feel that
It's
people
not.
should.
I think it's an agenda actually.
Huh?
I think it's an agenda that
Gender.
they're pushing
Or
you could be
an
pushing
agenda,
somebody,
basically.
a female that's doing different things as much as her, but because of all the slackness and all the controversy surrounding her, she's very popular.
Yeah.
Like you said, people like it. People like that stuff. They
No,
consume it.
No, 100%. I agree with that. But do you not think that because she is that way inclined, and the media are pushing that agenda, or
They're distracting
or
us.
they have a standard basically of what they feel that one should look like or behave like, because when
Or
you
what's
look,
popular at the time, which is
or what's popular at the time, because you see we've come into an era where we've been conditioned and dumbed down.
absolutely.
In terms
That's an
of
understatement.
in terms of, like you were saying, people like Lauryn Hill and what, those were that was the thing back then.
Musicians.
You can find, not to say that in Lauryn Hill's time there wasn't Lil Kim.
Or Foxy, of course.
Or Foxy.
Yeah.
But there
you
was
had a
more,
choice.
there was more of a
choice.
balance.
More of
There was
a
more of a
balance.
More of a
Basically.
balance, and it wasn't the Little Kims and the Foxys weren't forced upon you. I don't feel. I feel like Cardi B and the Megans are like.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay, so let's move this over to the UK. So what I mean by that is the lack of R&B songstresses. Yeah, I'm not even going to get into the males versus the rise of the influencer turned rapper.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I find it very, very sad at the decline of like R&B music in the UK.
It's very underground. It's not that
It's-
it's not
it's not-
there.
yeah, it's
but
underground.
unfortunately, it's not.
Underground.
I
That's
don't
the
know.
right-
I don't even know one. It's not.
There's loads of
non-existent.
female-
There's loads. Ray Black.
Yeah, Ray Black.
Listen,
Tiana Major 9.
watch this
Right.
here. Watch
Yeah.
this now. This whole Ray Black situation here.
Oh,
Not
boy,
to
don't
take
go there.
away from her talent at all, but like, why is it now basically that like things have come back up again?
What are you talking about?
Ray Black.
Yeah.
She's done R&B artist. You said.
Yeah,
Now-
we're talking about her singing. What are you
That's
talking
what I'm
about?
trying to. That's what I'm trying to say to you. I'm saying her singing basically has come back.
Can you see the look I'm
into-
giving you?
No, I'm saying no. I'm saying her singing.
Where are we going with this?
No. I'm not even saying that. I'm saying her singing has come back up basically,
Mm-hmm.
but it's come back up attached to other things that are popular at this moment in time.
I don't know.
Like
what
all these lists and all these kind of things that we don't need to get into. But I'm just saying it's come back up. You know what I'm saying? And
I
to
don't
me,
even
she's probably
think the
very
two-
talented.
I don't think the two are.
No, I'm saying you was talking about you was talking about what's popular now.
Yeah,
You
and,
get it?
and me and Dee
what's
were just
popular
saying
now
that there's
on
a
a
lot
Cardi
of.
B type of flex is the twerking and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And in the moment now in the UK, unfortunately, there's a lot of negativity, you know what I'm saying, or a lot of things that's being brought to light, you know what I'm saying, as opposed to the talent.
Okay.
Exactly.
Do you get what I'm saying to you?
So for me, so let's say TikTok, it's an app, right?
yeah.
It's like, musicianship, craft, learning how to sing, play an instrument. It's been kind of overtaken with, like, kids are not really putting the time into that because, do you see what I'm saying? It's like, am I making sense?
Because with dancer, because
Yeah.
where it is now,
It's
it's
an
a
agenda.
microwave era now.
Yeah.
It's quick.
Yeah. It's quick.
So
It's talent,
there's
talent, yeah.
so it's like, am I gonna spend 5 years playing the piano? Or am I gonna just download that app? Like, there's actually apps that make you DJ.
Mm-hmm.
So now there's more influencers. Now there's more influencers.
Yo, one
No,
of them
but now there's
apps,
No, I
I know
don't use
you're
that app.
official. I know
Nah,
you're official.
but I'm
This
don't-
nigga-
Don't do that.
No,
Don't do
no,
that.
don't
Don't
do
do that. Don't do
But
that.
now there's
official.
but now
I
there's
see that
more
DJ, come
influence. It's
on.
like even with personal trainers, it's like there's influencers who love fitness and they're able to get more people doing their class than someone
Doesn't
who's
that
got
annoy
a,
you? Or not
Nah,
really?
it doesn't annoy me. It doesn't annoy me. It doesn't
I had a
annoy
post
me.
about it.
It doesn't annoy me at all because
It's just a
like
dig in the
it's
gut.
more of it's the whole fans things like.
Yeah.
They're going to train with that influence, not because they're good trainers, because
Got
I
fans.
like
Yeah.
them. So I want to go
Yeah.
and do what I like with people
them,
that
yeah,
I
they
like.
Yeah.
As
You get me?
opposed
Now,
to
if they
results.
decide to make it into a business and they're racking it in, then that's a different thing because it means that the people that are at the level should not be allowing that to happen because that means if an influencer comes into the game and starts shutting it down, that means you haven't set the bar high.
That's right.
So obviously, like I said, there's influencers that are DJs and there's DJs.
Yeah.
And there's no app for that.
Yeah. There's
get what I'm saying?
Has
There's-
years of experience,
Exactly.
knowledge.
So if you put them both in a room, one person will be able to bring the masses,
another
but
person
this
will show you
person
this,
should be able to
will
shut
shut
it
the tip.
down
Yeah,
with how they speak, how they're mixing. Like you
Yeah.
can't teach that. So it's just like I feel like
because
if
you're
peop-
living it.
If people can duplicate you, that means you didn't do your job properly.
That's right.
That means you're not crafted at what you do. I posted this on my Instagram yesterday. I feel like if you're in your profession and you're replaceable, you're not good at what you do.
What do you call it? Do you think, so like, you see musically, like, I just want to touch on something quickly, You see how they got this whole, like, Chip and Stormzy thing, basically, it kind of ties into what you're saying a little bit in terms of maybe now the MCs that are coming out now, can they spit, like, bar for bar?
This
I'm
guy.
just, no. I'm just saying. Can they spit like that? Because Chip is somebody that can spit.
You are going off topic.
No.
Yeah, you are.
Do you think I'm
We're
going
talking
off
about
topic?
role models. So I'm going to put it back to. I think Stormzy is a good role model
I'm not saying he's not. I'm not saying he's not a good
100%.
role model.
because of the whole scholarship thing,
Yeah.
the books and stuff. I think he's a positive black male that's doing good for his community.
Yeah.
So I put him up there in terms of MCing. He's not the king of grime, in my opinion.
No, that's what I'm getting at.
He's very talented. I'm not going to take that away from him.
That's what I'm
and
getting at.
I listen to his music. However, you can't call yourself the king of grime and go past the likes of Kano, Gets, P Money, Chip.
But this is
Do you
the
know what I'm
level that
saying?
he's
Who've been doing
But
this
this is
for
the
a
level
lot.
that he's talking about, though.
Serious
Gets,
guy.
all of them lot. Like,
P-Money is a serious
No,
guy.
what's he saying?
Trust me,
100.
But
serious.
this is the level
So
he's
is Get.
talking about,
Trust
though.
me. you
Skepta,
get-
do you know what I
they're
mean?
all these men are serious
saying-
at what they're doing.
I'm saying this is the level he's talking about because right now you can say that obviously that we respect my man's craft,
Of course.
Stormzy's craft. We respect everything that he does. He's a good
Role
MC
model.
or whatnot, good role model. He's done a lot of positive things. But when we're talking about spitters, basically, yeah, can you put him in that circle of 64 bar, go right now?
I tell you what, I think you can. I think you can. But what I will say is this: with like you got man like Gets like before I never see with Gets before I never really got it. I heard some
He's
of
the
his
one
like
missing out.
no. But I'm not originally a grime person. See what I'm saying? It's only till like recently I've listened to the recent stuff, then gone back and listened to the old stuff. I'm like, raw, this guy's hard, you know.
Fire.
There was this tune, yeah. I can't remember. It was like a video. It's like him and some other black brother come out like they're walking through a hotel with like a shell suit tracksuits, yeah. And it was a simple beat. But how my man just like in and out the beat, he's right on point. But I'm like, raw, do you know how difficult it is to do that? Because obviously I record artists and whatnot.
Yeah.
Little shameless plug. Anyway, but like I think when you can do multiple types of tempos,
Yeah.
I think Stormzy, I haven't seen enough from him just yet.
Yeah, that's fair to say.
I haven't seen,
Which is why you can't stand here and say I'm the king of grime, because I feel like you haven't really earned your stripes a little bit. I think you should take time.
But what do you say that? That's what.
So what I will say is, in order to do grime, you have to feel like that.
Yeah, of course.
And the thing is, it's the whole thing of whether you are or not, or whether the people perceive you as not. When it comes to the whole me versus you thing, if you don't have that in you,
you've got to
will
back
get
yourself, of
nailed.
course.
No, but
Of course.
so from that kind of bravado aspect, I get why he's saying it. It's just the fact that where his career's catapulted to. It's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like, well, hold on, like, come on, bruv, be easy. But I think in order, like,
No, the microwave thing has basically made him feel that he's catapulted to the top. When you check the reality of it, what has made the grime artist is the essence of the beginning of their career. And what they were spitting back then. So you know that the base,
skill itself.
Yeah, the base of where they're coming from is deep. We're not even judging. You see, when you judge grime MCs or whatnot, basically, or you look at them as how they've come about or whatnot, you can't look at them in terms of UK charts.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Which is fair.
Because that's not what it is.
Which is fair.
You got to look at them in terms of the dungeon. You know what I'm saying?
In their arena.
In the arena, basically.
And
it's like the thing with if you look overseas in America and they got like the rap battle team. Everyone knows that Murder Mook is the man. Do you get it? Like, you're not looking at him in what do you call it?
Billboard.
In the top 100 billboard to judge him off that.
Exactly.
He can't come in and say, he's the best rapper now.
So there's two. No. But you see, there's two separate conversations. I feel right. So there is sales, stature. Yeah, sales and stature. I think Stormzy's proved to everyone.
Yeah,
he can do his thing.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, he shifted the units.
Albums under his belt.
He shifted the units, and he can do the mega singles or whatnot. I just need to see a bit. For me personally, my favorite grime artist, Wiley, and this is a bit of a mad one. Crazy Titch. That for me.
Well,
That's my personal. That's like Crazy Titch is like my personal favorite because like when he went on, I was like, who's that? You see,
raw though. That's
no,
raw
but
talent.
that's like, but okay, yeah. But okay, but in terms of getting back to the point, but in terms of like for him to he's achieved all these things commercially. So I understand why he feels that way, and I understand every grime artist, whether you're in the top 10 or you're in the top 50, whatever. In order to compete in that arena, you have to feel that way. Otherwise, you'll get yam.
But I think Storms. I think why he feels like that as well is because he came at the era where he had so many people to look at to take his style from, because he's got. His style is everyone else's with his own, which is what you're supposed to do. If you look at, you go into a business, you look at all your competitors and think, cool, I'm going to take Dodo. So he's got Frisco, he's got Chip, he's got Skepta, he's got Wiley, he's got everybody put into one. Do you get me? Now, I feel like why he also feels he's the best is because as he was coming up, the grime genre may not have had enough for him to showcase his talents. Although he was in a few dances, like it weren't Eskimo dance. You get what I'm trying to say? Like Eskimo dance wasn't popping, because if he felt like that when Eskimo dance was popping, one of the elites would have had something to say about it. Someone would have said something about it, and then we would have seen what's popping off. You get me? So now, so he's never had, so he hasn't been tested. You get me?
I think that's fair to say.
He hasn't been tested. So even the videos now, that's still not really a test.
What
like,
videos?
But you see,
like him, the him and Wiley and the him and Chip.
That's not the arena.
Do you know what the funny thing
Yeah,
is?
exactly.
I'm in my studio and you're in yours.
Do you know what for me?
Like,
okay, so I'm going to categorize this. Where, you know, in terms of like raw grime MC essence. Me personally, it's, as I said before, it's Crazy Titch, stroke Wiley. Yeah, even Dizzy or put all three of them in the same for me. But in terms of battle tested, Chip by far,
100%.
A Chip like I've like.
And he came in like that though.
And see the thing is, you see Chip, he is an artist. He's a grime MC at heart, but he is an artist.
Is he a good role model for the kids? So if you got a young coming up now,
I'll answer your question.
That wants to do grime, is he a good role model?
I'll answer your question. I don't know enough about Chip to even say that.
No, I'm talking about just musically.
Musically.
Is it like
in terms of a grime MC?
Yeah, right now. If you
100%.
You study his lyrics.
No, that's
excellent.
I personally do.
I think he is. I think
maybe the kids that are coming up that might want to be in grime or whatnot might need to take a leaf out of that book. And
Chip has never run from a challenge.
Never.
So when choosing a role model, do we choose them as a person or what they have to offer?
That's the
going
question.
back to the Cardi B thing, in terms of what she showcases, then, you know, loads of women may feel, no, she's not what I'm into. Yeah. But in terms of the woman who had nothing and then rose to the top, rags to riches,
100%,
done it. She's done it her way. She's been basically, she's been no filter. She's done everything from zero to thing.
Yeah. She's been consistent from the start, like you said.
So that's the next thing, is that in terms of role model, like what do we take from them? Because then, comparing her to Lauryn Hill, the similarities is that they've both been themselves.
Yeah.
But then obviously you've got Lauryn Hill doing what she does, and you got Cardi B doing what she does as well.
I think Cardi B offers a way out for a certain demographic of females,
which makes up a lot of the community, like which is why
of the times we're in.
This is that goes back to what I was saying even on the last topic.
Which is where
that is what the popular
right now
thing is right now.
OnlyFans is
popping. The maddest part about OnlyFans is that it wasn't even.
OnlyFans thing is
it wasn't even meant. Wait, say you have account?
No. When I say it's mad, when I'm hearing the numbers that are being generated, I'm like,
but it wasn't meant for that.
Black
though.
China's about 19 mil.
It wasn't meant for that, but they've seen an opportunity and they've cut out the strip club. Obviously, it's COVID times anyway, so it's just kind of worked hand in hand, and it's direct to the consumer.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
And there's big power in that.
There's major power in that. You know what I'm
Trust me.
saying? But generally, if you do go on OnlyFans now, there are people that's got their normal businesses on there.
Of course.
But they're just not the ones that are making the cream like that.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
You know what I mean?
could people on OnlyFans still be role models?
Depends what you're doing on there.
Yeah. Depends what you do.
So
But yes, you can.
Yeah, but you just
can.
said it depends on the
Yes.
demographic also.
Yes,
so
yes,
it's
you
very
can.
much subjective.
Yeah, it's very much
And
subjective.
it again
yeah.
goes back to what you want to consume.
Yes.
That's right.
I'm not
Yeah.
going to go on OnlyFans and look at Cardi B, but I might look at something else.
Yes, yeah.
Do you know
So,
what I mean?
so what you're saying, is 100% right. Yeah, it depends on like which way you got to look at things, kind of thing.
So who else would you guys say are role models in the
In
I was
the
going to
UK,
say the UK, but just generally for you?
Well, obviously, I'm very much football orientated. So, growing up, should I rather say,
Yeah.
I would say Ronaldo.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Why?
saying? Because he was
Which one?
Uh,
I'm just joking.
Come
Just
on,
joking.
dog.
Just joking.
come on, dad, there's only one Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Basically, Ronaldo R9. He was the first football icon for me that there was. You know what I'm saying? Growing up and watching the kind of stuff that he did, you would go out there, similar to somebody that maybe that might have watched, that might have been into basketball. You go out there, you might see Michael Jordan, or if that wasn't your era, Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you will go out there and see you'll watch what they do, and then try to emulate that on the court or practice that on the court. Now, the stuff that they were doing, talent-wise, it was what made them so amazing.
Okay.
Because we didn't know about. You see, right now, the role model thing has been taken offline as well, because of we have more access to people's lives and that. But you see, back then, role
was a
models was
mystique.
strictly talent based. You get me in terms of
Okay, it makes sense.
You know what I'm saying?
Makes sense because if Cardi B was still Cardi B back then, we wouldn't be seeing the twerking stuff.
That's
wouldn't
right.
be seeing it.
We'd only be seeing the music, and we'd only be able to see her at the shows. There'd
You
be
get it,
no IG live of her
Of her
boyfriend
doing-
twerking.
You know what I'm saying?
There'll be no thing. So I get it because most of obviously when you check it, most of the successful footballers back in there had drug addictions. You know what I'm saying? And they were out and about. So if Instagram was popping, then some of it might have been
It would've came out.
showcased. Maybe not from them, but definitely women that they slept with and all these stories that you hear.
A recent
there was
one.
still a lot of that anyway.
No,
back
a
in the day.
recent one, yeah.
The papers were the places where you found the scandals. So some of that was spilled out, I would say.
Not.
Do you know what I
But
mean?
Not to the
live,
masses,
though, 'cause
not
it's
to the
Not live,
masses.
but still, I think the
Yeah.
media still had an agenda and tried to destroy
Watch this.
these
Of
figures
course,
that,
yeah.
that
Watch
you
this
speak
though.
of.
A recent one was Harry Maguire. Now, social media has added to killing this guy.
Bruv.
Like there's all the
What did he do?
memes
Remind
and all that
everyone
kind
what
of
he did, 'cause I
stuff.
don't know
Harry
what he did.
Maguire is a Man United footballer.
Yeah.
What do you call it?
Is he captain?
Dead defender, by the way.
Did he
Dead,
get
very
the,
dead.
speak up?
Another
speak
Man U,
up?
Captain.
another Man U,
Did he
another
speak the
Man U
girls in or
fan.
what?
No, he went to Greece basically,
Yeah.
and he got arrested in Greece.
Oh, him right here.
See?
He had a
But-
fight, no, bro?
But so that's what I'm saying. Social media and maybe the news basically, is what has brought it more or blown it out of proportion. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas back then, only a few people would have probably heard about it or known about it. Now, information to the masses is
Quick,
so
it's instant.
easily
It's quick, it's
accessible.
instant.
It's instant. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, it's instant, but I don't think it was non-existent. I still think it was there.
No,
Like
it
I
was
said,
there, but it was-
the
but it was-
tabloids
it-
would really go out and try and expose you and
persecute people,
Yeah,
yeah, but
do you know what I mean?
you'd have to be somebody that is well in tune with the tabloids to even
But you'd
to even
see it
know
on,
about
like,
that.
on
So I'll give you an example.
magazines and you'd see it
now,
though, I
yeah.
feel.
So me being a 9-year-old kid or a 10-year-old kid watching R9 play football, yeah, the chances of me reading the paper, yeah, and finding out what he's done on the weekend, very slim.
At that time. Now it's different.
Put a 9-year-old kid that's got his iPhone, yeah,
Or his-
that's
or
probably
his
on
tablet.
Instagram or whatever. He's seeing everything. There's no barrier no more. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's true.
He's seeing everything. So my thing is obviously like I said, R9, fantastic footballer. Everything was. He was performing at an elite level
For
that
years.
people would look at and say, I want to be that guy.
Trust me.
Not because of who he is on the weekend, but because of the talents that he's displaying. Strictly.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? The same thing with Kobe Bryant. I fell in love with Kobe Bryant, yeah. Basketball is the second sport I like. I fell in love with Kobe Bryant strictly based off of when I used to go to America. I used to go to America every summer. I spent anywhere between a month, basically, to 6 weeks in America. Every time I'm in America, he's doing mad stuff. Putting up 60-something points. Bloody, what do you call it? 360 dunks. This is in games. But for somebody to be able to perform at such a high level consistently is amazing. So that became also a role model. But then what happened now is that through social media, we've got to find out where that Mamba mentality came from.
So with regards to that, the whole Kobe Bryant thing, he made a choice from a very, very young age what he wanted to be. And that's a very, as a child, it's a very, very powerful thing a very, very powerful thing to do, because when you're young, your biggest asset is time. Do you see what I'm saying? Now, if you stumble upon, or your purpose finds you, and you 100% hone into it, yeah, you have all this time and all these hours to put into it. Now, the story of Kobe Bryant is he did the 10,000 hours thing well over 3 times in his life. Do you see? In his time. So for me, and when you're that way inclined and you're that channeled in and focused into what you're doing, you kind of know what's expected of you, because it's the mindset.
Yeah.
And so for me, I have this thing of like, I believe in talent, but I believe in skill much more, because the skill is a reflection of the time you put in. You see what I'm saying? So when, like, his story was when others were having time off, he was still working.
Yeah.
And it's the whole thing with Michael Jordan, they were always working.
Yeah.
They would get up at stupid times in the morning and work. So when others are relaxing, they're still working. So when the game comes, the situation doesn't change. It's like Ronaldo. Ronaldo and Messi, obviously the physical attributes different. Yeah. But like, you see Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Obviously that's talent, but that's the skill and the time. You can see the time.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
When no one's around. When it's raining.
It's just success, basically. Yeah. It's success. You have to be successful, because Kobe was successful.
Yeah.
6 championships, 3-peat.
Yeah.
Jordan. So these are all successful people as well. So it's showing people that if you want to win, you got to do it this way, basically. Well, and if they didn't win, then you may not be really.
But there's many people there's many, what do you call it? People that find their talent early.
I would say purpose.
Early. But at the same time, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna cut through. You've seen
there's politics. There's politics. There's definitely politics.
We've seen a bag of footballers or even other people from other sports that have come in at an early age. But sometimes all that means is that you go out at an early age. So that mentality and that work rate and that focus, basically, is the only thing that's really gonna keep you through the injuries, through everything, performing
mindset is everything.
Optimum level, basically.
That goes to the winning, because then if you're not successful, then you forget. So, like I said, like Kobe had these situations where, there's like one of the players, because he was the youngest person in the league. And then he even made the All-Star game, and he wasn't even a
starter.
He wasn't even a starter
on his own team.
Then he got knocked out of the playoffs. Air balls.
So
then if that had carried on the following season, then we would not be talking about it, because he would have gone. But the fact that he won, so he went through adversity and prevailed and kept on winning, kept on winning. So it's like, you just have to be successful. Going back to Cardi B, if she didn't progress from Love and Hip Hop, then she'd still be the same woman she was before she went on Love and Hip Hop, because Love and Hip Hop has a stigma that you stay, basically, because there's so many artists that go on Love and Hip Hop, try to do their music thing, and they don't blow. So not only did she go on there, but she said, no, it don't matter where I'm at. I'm gonna use this as my platform, and I'm gonna jump. But if she'd failed then she'd be in that box. If Kobe Bryant had failed, because there was a number of other young
artists,
NBA players
NBA
that made the league
Mm-hmm.
as well, but we don't know them because they got kicked out of the league.
What I will say, following off the back of what you said, the key thing here is mindset. Now, when you're doing something in sport and life, losing is a part of the journey.
Yeah.
It's a part of the journey, but it's your mindset. It's okay, I've lost. You feel, how you feel. It's okay. How do I improve? It's the mindset, because all these people that we've mentioned, the one thing that's very prevalent is at some point there was a mindset of, nah, I'm not going on like that. I'm not having it. We're going again.
Yeah.
We're gonna see the job. So for all the people that we know personally, or because you know how it is, bare man them back in the day that were bad boy footballers and whatnot, but for whatever reason, whatever,
it didn't go down.
It didn't go down. Yeah, but I think a lot of it is to do with mindset. Mindset is everything, because the mind controls the rest of your body.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So for me, it's a thing of, when things don't go, the true test of passion for something is when you're doing it and things don't go your way. How do you react?
Yeah.
Are you able to, okay, you react, but are you able to say, okay, that didn't.
Basically, you have to skill up. They say new levels, new devils.
That's right.
So you have to skill up. So that time, Kobe wasn't at that level.
So he had to
progress. So he had to work like a computer game. Like, if you want to get to level 5,
you got to do this.
You've got to be better than you was getting to level 2 and 3. You can't. Like the first level is the easiest level. Like it's too easy. You know what I'm saying? Like you can give the phone to literally someone and they will pass it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when it gets to 5 and 6, it's different. So you have to skill up. So he had to skill up. Same with Jordan. Like when he got knocked out of the playoffs, he had to skill up. He had to go gym. He had to bulk up a bit.
Put the
he
weight
had to
on.
do everything. So with Ronaldo, like
and what you notice with these people, right? I don't know about entertainers like performers and that, rappers, whatever. Especially in sports, there's a lot of isolation that comes with being successful.
Of course,
and that's why I say it's a choice. You really have to, because the emotional. You have to be able to emotionally disconnect from certain things. Your focus solely has to be on the job at hand. Do you see what I'm saying? That's so for me. Yeah.
Kobe took helicopters to the game.
But that's what I'm saying. That's that's a form of isolation. Do you see what I'm saying? Because it's like you have to. Is in order to be. Everyone's doing this one thing. Yeah. What the question that makes you great? The first question you ask yourself: what makes me stand out from everybody else? So then, in order to do that, you now have to look at, okay, what am I good at? What am I not good at? And embrace what I'm not good at and improve it.
Definitely.
You see what I'm saying?
No, facts.
But anyway.
It's the same thing with music, I guess.
Yeah.
You've always got to stay ready with your pen, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And work on maybe the parts of your game that maybe that you ain't good at. You know what I'm saying? So you can see the MCs or whatnot. Yeah. That it's just
Can I ask
just, you know what I mean?
Can I ask Kaylee a question? In music.
Yeah.
No. Because
like, why me?
No. Has there ever been an artist you saw through their music just improve? Like, there's like a transition where it's like have you ever seen somebody like make a choice and all of a sudden they just start improving in their craft? Just in their craft. As an artist, you've maybe from afar or up close, you'd be like, hold on 1 minute, I can see improving. It's not irrespective of numbers.
That's a good question. I think.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to.
I don't know off the top of my head.
Okay, we'll get back to that. Oh man,
I would say Chip, in the
think
sense
so?
that
Yes.
he's
I think
versatile.
he just came in cold though.
Yeah, but I just think that his levels, I think he ups them each time, and I think his collaborations kind of show that as well and show his versatility.
His freestyle is probably one of my favorite freestyles to this day.
That as well, like the wordplay is ridiculous. Like I don't know, like every time he releases something, I'm just like, rah, like I'm wowed. Like even Flowers and Killer MC, I was just like, rah, like this is hot.
Even his verse on Dizzy's thing, like I think.
Well, LLL.
I think he might. I think he might
love
have.
that.
He might have outdone the big man himself. I think, like,
His verse on that is heavy.
You got to be very careful when you're inviting certain man into your audio clip because a man will spin you on your own tune.
It happens.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a sport, innit? It happens.
And that's because, and this is what I was saying in the other episode or whatnot, in terms of like Chipmunk to a certain degree, he's still in and around as high as he's gotten successfully. He's still in and around the Lions.
But that's
He's still in the jungle a little bit. You know what I'm
still
saying?
sharp and still.
Yeah, but
Still sharp and still, 100%.
But certain other guys basically might not really be in the jungle like that. Because I'll give you an example. Our thought pattern basically of how we rate Dizzy is not what was it, LL?
LLL.
Yeah, it's
Live
not L.
life, love.
It's not. Yeah, it's
I
not
can't remember what it's
LLL
called.
Dizzy. We're talking old school Dizzy.
I tell you what.
Do you get what I'm saying to you? That's where the ratings come from. It's not
It
the new
depends.
stuff.
It depends.
Whereas with the Chips, the Wileys, whatever, old school them is still kind of new school them.
How?
Huh? I'm talking about in terms of the way they spit. Like there's a clear differentiation of what Dizzy used to sound like and what he sounds like now. People like the Chips and whatnot, they've stayed hungry and stayed in that lane where they can kind of do anything. You know what I'm saying? Whereas I'm not sure. Like for instance, the other day Dizzy was on the what do you call it on the Insta Live with what's that guy's name?
Maximum.
With Maximum basically,
Yeah.
and people was gassed off of that because they was hearing the old school bars.
Yeah, of course.
Do you get what I'm saying? Even though it wasn't the same energy, but people just wanted to hear. Look, you got people like myself that are dying to hear them bars. I don't care about what he's making now because that's not what I fell in love with. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, all I'm saying is that the Chipmunks and the guys that are still, even in the rap industry, they're still in the jungle a little bit. So their skills and the skill set is sharp. They still have to test themselves and keep pushing for the best, if that makes sense. They're constantly under criticism. I don't think people even critique this like that no more.
I think because what you're saying is true, but I think Dizzy, I think that other people have to still stay in the jungle, but a different part of the jungle. You got people that live in their state, and you got people that live like around the state, and you got people that have moved out.
Yeah,
But
Dizzy
coming
had-
on weekends.
I think he's
Yeah,
moved out,
so Dizzy,
though.
but Dizzy was at that level where he couldn't be in their state.
Yeah,
He had to go. He couldn't even be local because
Yeah.
it's still. So he had to be out. Someone like Chip, who is successful, he still has to be in the ends. Basically,
Do you know what I
get me?
think? What I like about Chip, you know, he got signed very young, and he did the whole the 2 albums on the mainstream level.
Oh, yeah,
Then-
don't get till he got signed by T.I. as well.
Yeah. Then that thing, what for me with Chip, where I fell in love with his craft again, was the whole Bugsy Malone thing, because
I think even before that, the Young'un.
was the Youngin before that?
Young'un was before Bugsy, no?
No. I swear it was Bugsy first.
I don't know.
Anyway,
But either way, his
No, Young'un
pencil.
was before.
Either
Okay.
way, his pencil was sharp.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
For me, what I was really impressed with was man would come with the tune, the video, and I'm just like,
24
raw.
hours.
He's like, yeah, all the time. I'm
Even
like, raw.
now, he's talking about I dare man come with the 48 hours. He probably got 5 tunes ready.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
You
man.
get it? Like,
Yeah,
so
man.
it's like going back to the role model thing, basically.
Yeah.
He's still training. You get me? He's
Yeah.
still in there. He's still mastering the craft. You get me? Like, he hasn't been. I don't think he's for 1 second become complacent.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And
Consistent.
consistency is what makes a great role model for me, basically, because you're
as
constantly seeing
rap and grime,
yeah.
rap grime, yeah. For
But
me, he's an
saying
artist.
this, what do you think about this situation now? Because people are giving Stormzy stick for not replying within the 48 hours, but also that whole incident with
happened.
Stormzy going to Chip happened about 3-4 months ago.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, so why
Yeah, but
didn't...
in between that, sorry to cut you,
Yeah.
there was obviously the release of Ways and the release of is it I don't know with Stormzy, Tion Wayne and Dr. Velli. So things have happened in between that.
It's true.
So I think it's something that's been brewing, if I'm honest.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
no, it's definitely been brewing still.
It's been brewing, I would say.
Okay, I mean,
And also, violation don't have an expiration date in it. So whether I reply to you tomorrow or in 2 weeks,
Even Nas took a while to answer to Jay-Z.
do you know what I mean? Like, I
saying,
reply
that
when I want
was
to reply in it.
all-time.
So
I like
get
that.
it.
Violation don't have an expiration
doesn't.
date. I like
So do you
that.
think? Do we think Stormzy's gonna reply though?
I think
He
feel
will.
like if
And
he
if
was
he
gonna,
doesn't
he would have
reply,
done it already.
and if he doesn't reply, does it affect his?
I don't think
role?
so.
credentials
Does it-
in
does
grime,
it-
definitely, but his
don't think
credentials
so.
as an artist in the UK,
Or
maybe
as a
not.
role model.
A
So as a
role
role
model.
model, like, would that affect his being like? Because what mainstream see, they see him going to Chip's house, and you're not replying to, like, you're part of the sport that we're talking about.
Yeah.
So it's like, does that have an effect on him being a role model? Because if I'm looking at him like, yo, like, he's my favorite rapper. Look, man, everyone's talking about him. He's always got something like.
I tell you where it really has an effect. Other artists, other MCs are looking at him like, you're not gonna reply, bruv.
That's
If
what
you
I'm saying.
don't-
If
if
you
you
don't
don't-
affect his
at the
credentials
same
with grime,
time,
everyone's gonna look at you like, well, I thought you was a grime MC, so how
at the
come you
same
don't
time,
back
If you
it?
don't reply, you're dinner out here, bruv.
No, at the same time, he's playing chess.
Yeah.
It's a chess thing.
Yeah.
Because if he starts playing checkers, he's getting wiped out here.
Yeah.
But
Because
it's
he's
chess
going
him. But
against
it's
Chip,
chess
bruv.
him not replying though.
that might be the chess. Because at the
Yeah,
end of the
exactly.
day, it
Yeah,
might be a
yeah,
thing where
yeah,
listen, I don't want to go bar to bar with this guy because I might just have to take the L. And if I take the L, what's that going to do for me?
But if that's his thought process, then he can't be my role model.
It matters whether he cares about the popular opinion or not.
The popular opinion is that he's good.
No,
And that he's got a chance to beat
No,
Chip.
I'm saying. Remember,
That's the popular
but
opinion.
there's two popular opinions. There's the
But if you're really a grime connoisseur, you'll know that
listen to
actually...
this though. There's two popular opinions. There's the popular opinion, of the people that are well in tune with grime music. Yeah, the
And
culture.
Yeah.
And there's the popular opinion of people that just buy man's music.
The masses.
The masses.
Yeah.
That buy man's music.
That are
basically.
making him
so
rich
he might,
and buying his records.
He might be on the scene where, oh, forget about them, man. I'm just gonna
But he
focus on
can't.
making my
But
money.
if you're
Which I think is
classed as a
potentially what's
skeng man,
happening.
if you're classed as a skeng
Well,
man
this
and
is
you've
the
and you've
problem.
highlighted yourself
There's
as the best MC,
There's little Tommy from
you have to
from
do that
Bradford
because
know
some
that.
sick MC. DWE has never said he's the best MC.
He's-
I don't think I've heard a lyric
Do you know
him
what?
saying that he's the best.
I think I remember DWE saying, I can't remember, it was at an event, or what he's saying is like, I'm the best me in it. And I know what I do.
that's
And that's
the-
all I care
that's
about.
the politically
Like,
correct answer.
I'm not, I can't remember, he said something like, obviously I love the grime culture
Yeah.
because it's me and it's what I grew up in. And
yeah.
But he's like, I know when I come, I shall.
Yeah,
And everyone knows that.
yeah.
I don't care what
So
anybody
if someone
else
dissed,
thinks.
if someone dissed DWE, he's not obliged to reply.
Yeah, because
But if DWE, but if DWE
Depending
says
on who
that,
it is, he will reply.
yeah, of course. But if DWE was saying, look, I'm the number one guy, because if you're saying, look,
Everyone has
if
to
you're
come for you.
saying that, you have to retaliate to.
Yeah.
I'm not saying everybody, but anyone creditable. Like you have to reply. So if I say, look, I'm the best, whatever. I say I'm the best personal trainer. Then yo, people need to come for me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Are you the best
Like,
person?
I need to get DMs.
Lit.
I need to get LOLs. I need to like, you get me?
Spark
If I'm
some
not,
kind of
if I'm,
reaction.
yeah, if I'm
Listen.
not getting LOLs, then that means everyone agrees with
You
me.
ain't seen
You
them
get
on
what
the
I'm saying?
pads.
Like everyone,
Info on
do you
the
know what I'm
pads
saying?
is a mad thing,
Everyone
yeah.
needs to,
What?
everyone needs to agree. But it's the same thing, yeah. If like, no, we are gonna expect. That's true. We said disrespect doesn't have an expiration time.
It
So
really doesn't.
He might
It
reply
really
today.
doesn't.
He might reply next week. He is going to reply. There's no way Stormzy, Skengman,
I hope he
king
does.
of thing,
For the
is
culture,
gonna
he
let
does. I
this.
hope he
That
does.
is, there's no way.
But the
do you
flip
think
side
that
is
the-
people are saying that he's got to a level where he doesn't need to reply because he's selling all these records. He's
Nah,
got
he
all
has-
this
nah,
money.
he has to,
What
he
does
has
that
to.
mean?
But that's
No,
the
but
that's the popular opinion for the
To the
masses.
masses,
No, no,
exactly. To
yeah.
the masses, he's won.
No,
but
no,
what
no,
I'm
no.
saying is, as grime connoisseurs in this room, we know
I.e.
bar for bar,
Bruv.
it's the techie
let me-
one.
let me tell you
what's this?
something.
I even think that Wiley spun him.
I think so too.
But it's one of those ones where, because of the masses, it makes things.
Thank you.
It makes things like blurry.
I would,
you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. It
Nah, there's
depends.
2 videos that have hit 1 million, bro. You have to reply, bro.
This is the thing. So
But is it 1 million?
It's gone
course,
past,
bro.
both of them are now. Yesterday,
Like, it's on.
Flowers was on 1.6.
Jeez.
Like, you have to, bro. Like, it's
Mad.
if it was
I ain't
whack.
gonna lie to you, I love this suit in there. No homo.
No,
like,
but
yo,
if it
I
was
love
if
this
it
suit
was
in there.
whack, then
Yo.
yeah, like if it's because sometimes if it's whack, it doesn't get a reply. Like it's whack. This is not whack.
Do you know what it is?
Yeah.
It's
I
not
know
whack.
people.
It's not,
I know people that don't even like grime, but you know what it is? The lyrics that he's talking about here, it applies to everyone that don't like somebody. Like, how dare you, basically? Like,
Come enter the more. Come
the
get
artistry is top
Come get a
level.
wristband.
And then,
A
did you see the
wristband.
joke thing about somebody saying, Chip is, what do you call it? Beefing with Stormzy, basically. He's got the microphone on fire.
Tough.
Stormzy's name is Mike, basically, and it's on fire. Like, people are stretching
Breaking
it,
it down.
That is
breaking it
switching, but I
down.
like it.
You get it, like,
Yeah.
but this is what good artistry does, basically.
Absolutely.
Like, it makes people go wild and say the maddest things that what they think it's about.
And most
It's nothing to do with
importantly,
it.
It keeps the grime culture
and going
alive.
back to the role model.
That's what it's
and
about.
go-
That's the essence of
yeah,
it.
and going back
It's
to the
war,
being a
innit?
role model is you building the legacy and building a culture, and this is good for UK because now they can do their own independent thing depending on how it goes. Because now if it's a back and forth thing, it's gonna benefit both of their platforms, innit? So when Chip does his own independent thing, because what's gonna happen is the majors are gonna want to be involved in this somehow. They're gonna want to try and do the stage and the sound clash and all these things, and they're gonna
something good
have
to
to
ask.
say no. They're gonna have to say no because no, we're gonna do that. We're gonna get our promoters.
That's exactly what
I've got
Kaylee
something good
said,
to ask.
actually. He said, make sure that the bigwigs don't interfere in this
No, I'm
and
saying-
make sure that
They-
you two eat off of
They
it and
already are
nobody
though.
else.
They
I've-
already
I've
are.
got-
Stormzy definitely got phone calls. 100%.
I've got, what do you call it? I've got something to ask. You two being people that know about grime and whatnot. And also, going back to the conversation that we had in the first in the episode before. Do you guys think now, that this might be the platform to bring back Lord of the Mics?
Lord of the Mike's never left.
It's not gone anywhere.
No, I'm talking about cool. Jammer, basically,
Set it up.
Stormzy,
Set it up.
my man, set it up, Insta Live or whatever. The views will be mad, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah, whether people wanna participate.
do you get it? Like,
from our perspective, of course, but they wouldn't do that
Yeah.
because that's the thing.
who wouldn't do that? I think Chip will be up for it.
I don't think they'll both be up for it because the
Business-wise,
thing
it
is
wouldn't make
that
sense
and
for
this,
them.
and this,
You don't think so?
Because this is
For
the
those
thing.
two artists, it would make
it's-
more sense to put on their own event kind of or
Yeah.
something
Well,
like that.
that's what I'm basically saying, though.
Okay, so not Lord of the Mics,
not Lord
but
of the
their
Mics.
own
Because Lord of the
DVD.
Mics,
Do you
remember, is the
think?
brand.
Yeah.
So
already.
do you mean?
Okay,
So do you mean?
so-
So do you mean like their own DVD or their own? So who?
Just
wait,
put
who
on their
clash?
own clash.
So basically, just like with the fight with Little Man
Little
and
Man
thing,
the
just
other one,
like
yeah.
Something like that, basically.
something like that. Yeah, they could do that. They could do that. They could do their own,
Their own
basically their
clash.
own verses.
Yeah, their own
Yeah.
verses,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
That'd
could
be
do that.
sick.
Yeah.
You get it? Like,
They could do that.
What I'm saying is
That
something
should be
We
the
need that
conversation.
over here, actually.
That should be the. That should be
anyone
the
who's- we need
conversation.
the verses over here. So
it's too
anyone.
close to the streets. I keep saying it.
Oh yeah, for real.
Too close to the
That's
streets.
absolutely
Imagine,
right.
could you imagine?
In this country-
I'm not even gonna say the verses I would. I can't even say
No,
that.
but that's that. I mean, so maybe so yeah. So that's the conversations
No, it's-
that's the conversations that people around them should be having. So people that are in touch of Chip's team and Stormzy's team should be doing some type of bar for bar or some type of something that they
yeah.
can all capitalize from. But I just feel at the same time it's a lot of work for what it's worth. Like Chip's just done 2 videos, man does 2 videos,
And just
then
keep it moving.
It's just back and forth.
Yeah.
It's gonna stop at some point.
We need a legendary moment out of this. Out of one of these battles. Think of it. You're saying a UK versus, basically. Yeah? Now, the reason why I say
I take that back, by the way.
the reason why I say it's too
Thinking
close
about
to
it,
the
yeah.
the reason why I say it's too close to the streets, basically, is because think of
The
it like this.
The people,
yeah?
the things that people want to see.
No, people in this country cannot stand being spun. It now comes into a personal thing, i.e., man being portrayed to come to man's yard.
Yeah.
Nah, you can't have that. Basically, like it's too personal now.
But them two can because they're from that culture.
No, but how does it get to the point where you're going to man's yard? To the point where on the record, my man saying, "Yo, my cousin manked up the nank and you didn't come forward no more," kind of thing.
Yeah, but
Like,
it's
it
just
could,
like
it could have got
mean,
mad.
No, I get it, but they're at the levels where they can still handle that because of the. It's just like I'm saying, like if you're a boxer, yeah, I don't like getting punched, but I have to understand that I'm gonna have to be able to accept
Take
it.
the
Do you get
punch
me?
in
I
order
don't
to-
want no punch. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want no.
That's what I'm
don't
trying
want
to
to
say
get
to
no
you, but then
punches.
turning up a man's yard is a serious offence.
Then that means there's
Violations
just
is the
no
next-
verses.
was
Then
it?
This is what I'm trying to say.
There's no-
to you.
yeah,
It's
then
too
there's
close
no-
to the streets
No
still.
expiration on violations. Yeah. Very,
Yeah,
very
yeah,
true.
it's
Very,
too
very,
close to
very
the
I
streets.
don't think it will get. I don't think it will get to some big
I don't
parade.
think so.
It's just like if he replies or not. But I feel we have to also, because I feel like sometimes when you're at a certain level, people are not afraid, but I just don't think people are gonna be in Stormzy's comments getting at him, especially if you're someone in the scene.
Is he? I think
Not on
he
Instagram.
deactivated
Not on
his
social
Yeah,
account,
but
didn't
he definitely knows what's happening. He's definitely seeing what's going on still.
Chip always has. He's
No, but I'm just
Chip,
saying,
Chip
like,
is
so
always ready
you-
though, and he
so
knows
you
that. I'm
got-
sure he knows that, and he knows that he's not dealing with Wiley in this instance.
So you
Nothing
knowing
worries,
that,
take a
you're
little
gonna
bit
have
more time.
to take your
I like
time.
girl chewing back, man. I like pepper and spray.
You're gonna have to take your time with this one. And social media has brought us to the point where we're expecting it so fast.
Well, because
That's
when
the
he was
tempo that
barring,
was
when
set,
he was
yeah.
going back and forth with Wiley,
the
exactly,
tempo, that
it
was-
was
he-
the
he set that
response.
standard
He was
'cause-
waiting for Wiley at one point. So
Because
it's like,
he never-
now
yeah.
we're waiting
No,
for you.
basically.
Yeah,
And,
because
and,
yeah,
and
he
you know
said,
what? And that's a big respect to Chip's pen.
Always.
yeah, he set
Yeah,
the
that's true.
Big respect because you
That
understand what
pen
I'm
is
saying.
serious. I ain't gonna lie to you.
He set the expectation when he replied straight away after Will, like he didn't have
Right.
to do it 24 hours. It could have been next week, but
He didn't what he could.
he
Like,
set that standard. So Chip's like, okay, well, I'm setting the standard for you. Then you put it on Will.
But what's so exciting? Yeah, exactly. You put it on him, but it's like you ain't got that energy for me.
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
like
yeah.
that's what I like.
It's
the
almost like
respect for the pen.
it's like almost like the bully is now facing the bully.
bully, basically.
Right.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
No,
Yeah.
no, the bad man has come.
The bad man, like
And the real bad man. In that instance, basically,
Okay.
like, yo, a man's chiefing up everybody. The real bad man has come and said, yo, my yo.
What you saying?
What you saying now?
Yeah.
Come on, then. And man is like, bruv, let me go home and put my shoes and socks on. You get
I
it,
should
like-
laugh.
You know, like that, oh, I'm going to call my big brother. I don't know what it is, but we're waiting. You get it? Like, and it's very interesting still. At least they're giving us something to.
Yeah, it's entertainment at the end of the day, and I
entertaining.
think we should all remember that. It's
Of course,
entertainment.
yes, yes. Whatever, apart, because likewise, what you were saying in terms of like role models that we look up to, what about lawyers or doctors?
Architects.
Like, is
What was this?
there a big black doctor out there that we might need to know about, that we might need to start checking for? I'll give you an example. So somebody like Sean Wallace.
Mastermind guy.
yeah.
He's a lawyer. He's very intelligent.
Very intelligent. I've done a little bit of work with him when I was in when I used to play football in the youth team, and his level of intelligence is out the.
Yeah, his
he's
general
probably one of the
knowledge
smartest
is-
people I've ever seen. Like literally, like he is somebody that you can actually say, listen, you're very well
I'd say
versed in whatever
Carla,
it is.
even though he stems from music, he's basically a scholar and he's very intelligent.
He is a scholar,
I'm
yeah.
actually reading his book at the moment, which is fantastic. So I would say he's definitely up there in terms of role models. Positive
Yeah.
role models.
He knows his stuff.
100.
Definitely. One thing I like about Carla is that he everything's backed with facts.
This
and
is what
history.
I'm saying,
So
right?
it's hard.
And when he talks,
Articulate.
it's very articulate.
Yeah.
So you could.
Yeah,
That's all I
yeah,
can say.
yeah.
So for me,
He doesn't raise his voice.
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
another thing as well I like about him.
and how he spins people is very calm.
Of
so
course,
calm, but it's
we
so
can't
effective. It's amazing.
We can't expect that from everybody.
Yes.
No, of course not.
Carla is, and my whole point is basically for anybody basically that is having any issues with articulating themselves or whatnot, it may be a thing where you might have to go and check those kind of people.
Absolutely.
Or those kind of people might have to do the damage control or clean up the mess after, if that makes sense. That listen, what my man was really saying, or this and that basically should have been said in this way, or listen, bro, I know what you're saying, but you can't say it like that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do you know what? That's a good point.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I think
Not
I
everyone
actually
can't articulate
think
themselves.
Akala would be a great consultant, like for PR,
Consultant,
Yeah.
yeah.
for like in terms of how to like get your point across, but say it like this.
Yes.
Yeah, that
Agreed.
Yeah,
Do you
get what I'm saying to you?
I think he wants that
yeah.
responsibility though.
No,
But he's
obviously,
kind of
yeah.
put himself in a position where he is one of the... When you're talking about whatever's going on in the world right now, in the UK, people like him, people like Swiss, they've put themselves as the go-to people. Because the Black Lives Matter people didn't even know who they
that's
were.
Definitely needed.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, when I think about it, in terms of like that as a skill that you can work with your people, you know, who may not have that, or whether they want it or not, that is definitely something that should happen. Or, you know, those types of people. Yeah.
Even down to artists, media training, whatever, like just how to talk and articulate
I've been
yourself.
saying that for time. Like some of these
You know what I'm
people,
saying?
like honestly, in interviews, like I've even experienced it myself when I'm interviewing certain artists. Like,
Yeah, but what do you expect?
what do you mean? What do I expect?
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah, this is the point though. You just said they need training. That's what I'm saying.
No, of course they need training, but obviously for some people it's only gonna reach a certain level where guys are like, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, you need to get training still, because now it's more than us that you're talking to. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now you may be doing us a disservice with how.
But this is
we're
not like
coming
conversations
across.
in the club. This is like I'm on a radio station. I'm interviewing you for a show, so you need to come with your A game and come prepared and be able to like string a sentence together. And some of them can't do that.
Okay, but
And it's all training.
saying
At the end of the day.
so-
If you want to be big, then this is where it starts. You put in the
It's
groundwork
work.
now.
In saying so-
Use this as practice.
in saying so, social media says Stormzy can't put a sentence together.
So going back to I think what we've said previously, like I feel
What
like
do you mean?
Like, there's a lot of memes. There's a lot of memes.
Are we
No,
listening
I'm
to a meme?
saying-
let's not.
No, I'm saying there's a lot of, like, if you look at social media, they'll tell you like, oh, he can't put a sentence together.
That's why you shouldn't look at social media. I've seen him in other
Well, maybe.
interviews. And
But
he
it's going
can
back to what I was
actually
saying
talk.
about the people that are elite. Like, if they're not setting the standard
Standard.
for you to want to be
To aspire, yes.
to do that. So
Yeah.
that's what it is. So so going back to I guess Cardi B, although she's a big powerhouse in the rap industry and music industry, she's not showing women that you have to be a Lauryn Hill in the business.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, like because like Lauryn Hill was obviously an amazing musician, but also how she carried herself also
What she
allowed her
stands
to be
for.
where she's at as well, because she wasn't she was controversial, but in a good way, in terms of like, you know what I mean? She was outspoken, but she said what she had to say and it didn't affect her music because she was so good. As opposed to someone like Cardi B, who's obviously doing the extra stuff, but it's working.
For
So now it's just like, do with what's working, and for now it's working, but it's really working. Like,
This is a question I would like the people at home to ask themselves as well. Do you think Cardi B will be a legacy act?
Possibly.
So you see how Lauryn Hill.
For this generation, possibly, but for me personally, no.
Okay, all
But
right.
it looks like it's
Possibly
heading
because
that way.
it's
Yeah, like so that okay.
Something. Do you know what it is here? Right now we're in wishy-washy waters, because right now what we're actually trying to say to ourselves is we need to wake up, we need to be woke on this and that. When realistically, if that's what we're actually saying and we're going fully through with it,
Ain't no
the
time
Cardi
for no
B
whack,
don't
trust
survive.
me.
You know what I'm saying? That kind of behavior don't survive. But if we're talking about like getting ourselves out of the out of the strip club as a female or whatnot, then she does survive.
I think she does survive just because of just the demographic of what
Who she
is
reaches,
happening
yeah.
is
Yeah,
and
it's-
those
and it's
people
generational
and
as
those
well.
and those people
Her
and
supporters are young women,
Yeah.
and that's what they're into.
and that's it, and then
Every woman is twerking.
and until-
every young girl's twerking now.
and until someone else breaks that mold, someone has to
And
break
comes up
that mold.
and gets hot and popular.
Gets hot doing it
The opposite way.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Which-
it. But I'm not saying it's not gonna happen, but it's difficult.
Which
Yeah.
which is why
Is-
I was saying before about the girl basically, and I just want she's talented. We just
Which
wanted
girl?
to hear the talent. What do you- the Ray Black girl.
Yeah.
We just wanted to hear the talent. Do you know what I'm saying to
Jim,
you?
we did hear talent.
No, we did, but amongst
her
other stuff that you know what I'm
marketing
saying.
isn't very good.
Yeah.
In this country, they don't know what to do with R&B artists, but she's very talented.
No, that's what I'm saying. She is very talented, but it needs to be. We need to have more of the talent that drowns out the nonsense.
I suppose it's what you consume because.
Name me
I do
two
know
R-
what you're
name me
talking
three
about, but I
R&B.
don't, if that makes
No,
sense.
name me 3 R&B singers from the UK that you listen to.
That I listen to. Shauna Bass.
I don't even know who that is. No
Shauna Bass,
offense.
actually. She's very good.
No offense. Like she probably might be dope. Might be. I
Ray's
don't know.
not good.
Who?
Ray.
Oh yeah, go on.
I like her voice. Georgia Smith. She's
Yeah,
good.
I've heard-
I
yeah,
like
I've
Georgia Smith
yeah.
a lot. Like Dee said, was it Tiana Major?
Tiana Major
There's
9.
Dion Reed. He's really
What?
good. They're not marketed because there's for some reason there's no R&B scene in the UK.
But is it because the majors
Don't know
are
what
not-
to do with them.
don't know what to do?
Yes.
So does that mean now they've got to do what kind of like the grime or the other guys done and take it into their own hands? Because it's not like we don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Everyone likes a good old R&B moment here and there, but the
There's so
quality
many
R&B
others on my
is just
Spotify that I
coming
can't
from.
name. Like it's a
I don't
shame.
think they've
LMA?
been. I don't think.
Is LMA? She's from over here, isn't she?
But she is
More-
British,
Yeah,
but
British
it's like you
American,
associate
yeah.
her with America now.
But I
isn't
think
it?
I don't think they're being hidden. It's just like I said, is what we're subjective to, is who we're following. Because if we
And who's pushed on us as well. Let's be real.
Yeah,
That is the biggest
It's
thing.
like all these influencer females who I don't really
but
know.
it's the controversial
They're
and
always
yeah,
on the timeline.
it's popularity
Yeah,
and
Well, I don't see these
controversial.
other
no
women.
offense with all of this Lanis and all of this and
Why
all
do you
of
have to
this
keep? Why?
and all of this what's their name?
Yeah.
All of them kind of females. They're all in the same
But
kind
they're
of.
that's what I'm saying. They're the TikTok like this. It's all of that. It's
TikTok
what I'm saying.
generation, and that's cool.
and their age group really are interested in that.
Yeah, which is fine.
You know what I'm saying? We
not
might
for
just
me.
we might just be too old and looking for a level of quality that age group cannot give us.
Not necessarily quality. I think it's just the content.
Or content.
I'm
well,
not
same
into
thing.
the content.
Huh?
No, but what they're producing for them is fine. Like, but for
But
me,
for
it's
us, that's what I'm saying. It's not quality then, is it?
But us, we're not the masses. Them was
I
them.
don't think I wouldn't discredit their quality as
Yeah,
such.
them.
No,
It's-
I'm just saying it's
to
the
you-
content I can't relate to you.
Okay, so I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear that. I
Yeah,
personally,
it's the masses. The masses
Yeah.
is not us. It's the young.
It's the
next
youngers now,
generation.
which
Yeah.
is cool. But
So
I'm not
someone
on that.
from the next
so
generation
then how you gonna look for a new
has to
R&B
break the
artist
mold.
then?
They'll find you.
No, I'm saying how
They'll
no,
find you.
because
I mean-
what we're saying is that we've just got to keep on trotting along with our age group.
Not necessarily.
So
There
then
are
who's the
youngers.
R&B artist in the
Sorry,
UK?
the girls that are named, I don't think they're my age. You know, they're a lot younger.
Okay, so I'll give you an example. When we was growing up, who was that? Jamelia and these kind of people.
Jamelia, who else?
Shola
Walker.
Amma.
Terry Walker,
Walker.
Shola, and Sadie.
Now where are these guys? Girls.
Shola's still making
I
music,
think.
isn't she?
I think.
Terry Walker still makes music.
They. I think this is. I'm assuming. This
Kelly
is some-
LaRock, she's an
Kelly
exceptional
LaRock,
vocalist. She's a very
yeah,
good
she's-
vocalist, though.
Do you know what's mad though? I ain't gonna lie to
Vocally
you.
for other people, or they're
She's-
writing now.
she's-
Yeah,
they're more.
that's
She's
right.
one artist here. No offense. She's one artist that I could say very talented artist. You see her everywhere out, very sociable, whatnot. Just I don't hear nothing. I don't hear no content.
Maybe she's fallen into writing,
Potentially.
which
Well,
there's
maybe-
more money in writing.
Oh, well, maybe. But what I'm trying to say to you is, you see in
Yeah.
America, like writers are what's the word I'm looking for? They're publicized. You get me? Like you know that this person wrote this, that
Like
person
who?
wrote that.
Because 9 times out of 10, they've also released their own music. So who?
Yes, no, of course. But I'll give you an example. For instance, somebody like Cameron, basically, people
He's
know
an
the
artist
tunes.
in his own right.
Huh?
He's an artist in his
He's
own
an
right.
artist in his own right, and he is also
So that helps, is what I'm trying to say.
written a lot of. Okay, yeah, exactly. Yeah, he does. He's
But I
also
couldn't tell
written a
you
lot
what
of
he's
music.
written for other people, if I'm honest.
But what I'm
But I
trying
like
to
him.
what I'm trying to say to you is there's a lot of writers in the UK that might have written some very good tunes, but it's that we only care about the artists. You know what I'm saying? That we have to big up the writers too. Then
We have to big up a
we
lot
have
of
to big
people
up the
that are behind
cameraman
the
too.
scene.
You You know what I'm saying?
I think producers don't get
recently-
enough love, if I'm honest.
No, I
especially in the
think
grime scene
recently
as well.
they have. You got J5 and these kind of guys.
Only of
Steel
recent.
Bangles, these kind of guys.
This is a new
getting
wave.
I'm
And
saying,
that's probably down to them putting tags on their songs as well.
no, of course. Even now we've got people like Flex God Daps or whatever doing the videos and all of that. But we need more of these guys to come out. You know what I'm saying? So it can be bigger and better role models for the youth space, because maybe you might not be a spitter, but you might be somebody that's good in media. Who do you look up to?
I think there are a few.
What's the-
Calum is one. He does Stormzy's videos.
So we're talking video
is it
guys.
Ashley J.
Yeah.
We're talking about people behind the scenes, aren't
Okay,
we?
Yeah,
so
people
I can-
behind the scenes
the
in general.
female-
I've heard of that Calum guy. Yeah.
So Calum,
Ashley
there's
J,
Calum,
what's
there
Ashley
is
J?
Yeah.
there's Calum, then there's Suave. He's then there's Wawa. There's like
What about producers?
There's a few, isn't there?
What about
there's
producers?
loads of camera. There's loads of camera guys. There's
Who are
Simon.
known, would
No,
you
we're
say?
talking about
Simon Orks.
We're
Yeah.
talking about camera guys that are top tier.
Yes.
Calum
Yeah,
is top
yeah.
tier.
Then
He's
there's-
one of the
yeah.
biggest.
Then there's Luke Biggins. He's like one of the biggest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah. He's
you
from
know, everyone that knows.
Acton,
yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, nice.
See,
nice.
So maybe
down to
that.
what you consume.
So I'm saying, so maybe those people, as they have been doing, because I know people in there, maybe they need to do better at reaching out to the younger generation so that they can break the mold. Because what I feel like the older generation are commenting on the newer generation, but we're not helping them. So we're not
100%.
trying to
That's been said
find.
a few times.
We're not trying to
Bridge the gap,
find. Yeah,
basically.
we're not trying to. So it's either we just diss them and be like, yeah, okay. So going back to Cardi B and the older artists, like we could be like, yeah, but instead of going to them, speaking to them, and trying to speak to
Mentoring
the
them
youths,
as well,
them
yeah.
and mental sound, and make sure, look, I'm gonna grab you, and you're gonna stay with me, and I'm gonna grow up with you to make sure that you're that person that breaks this generation. Because until that happens, then they're only gonna go by what they follow. And right now, if everyone's following Cardi B, 10 years from time is gonna be another Cardi B,
Yeah.
but with
Do you know what's funny? Yeah, what you said. You know, Pound Sterling. He's got a very good podcast, basically, and he said exactly the same thing along those lines of you need to stay in contact with the youth, basically, so you know what is going on. You can't be this old guy that's at the top and just dissing the youth, then basically, and you're not understanding what's going on. You get what I'm saying? You have to understand what is going on with the youth, them, and the only way to really do that is to be in tune with what's going on and be talking to them so you understand what they're going through and their wave of things, because it's obviously slightly different from what we've come from, basically. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that was very cheerio. You know the vibes. You know, like that. Anyway, you know the thing. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever they say, you know what I mean? You know, like that. Episode 2 and that. And keep it moving.
Right.
Mm.
Beans, I'm out.
Infa.
Kaylee Kay.
And Deluxe Films. They are.